This is the City Council regular meeting agenda for March 16th, 2021, City Council meeting agenda packet overview. Greetings, everyone. This is the Gardening Snail of Livingston, California, just trying to keep the community informed and local government as honest as possible. And if you haven't subscribed already, please hit the red subscribe button underneath this video. City Council regular meeting agenda for March 16th, 2021. Open session begins at 7 p.m. You can participate in the meeting via Zoom or by dialing 1-669-900-6833, meeting ID 893-2435-8825, and password 644121. Additionally, the meeting will be streamed live on YouTube. If you choose to attend the council meeting in person, seating is limited and you will be required to wear a face covering. After the call to order, there will be 2 awards presentations and proclamations, a proclamation declaring March 2021 as Women's History Month, and a proclamation declaring March 31st as Cesar Chavez Day. After that is announcements and reports. There will be a public hearing to consider directing staff to amend the Livingston Municipal Code, modifying current cannabis regulations to expand opportunities for cannabis business operations in the city of Livingston. I'll have more on that later on. After that is citizens' comments. On the consent agenda, a warrant register, the minutes of the meeting held on January 5th, the minutes of the meeting held on February 17th, the minutes of the meeting held on February 23rd, and the minutes of the meeting held on February 24th. Under discussion and potential action items, a resolution amending the City of Livingston's 2020-21 fiscal year budget, a resolution approving a memorandum of understanding regarding the proposed future development of 31 acres of land, a discussion and direction on a spaying and neutering program, and a discussion and direction on the possible donation of water dispensers, followed by council direction on future agenda items and adjournment. Now we're going to get into a little more of the details of some of the agenda items, beginning with the one about cannabis in the downtown. I'm going to pick out a few things from the staff report. Once again, this is to consider directing staff to amend the Livingston Municipal Code to expand opportunities for cannabis business operations in the city of Livingston. Under background and discussion, the owner applicant, Dwight Larks, is requesting the following amendments, modifications to the current Cannabis Municipal Code provisions. 1. Request to allow some specified cannabis activities within the downtown commercial zone, like cannabis manufacturing, cannabis distribution, cannabis microbusiness. Request to allow cannabis delivery and associated retail sales in the downtown commercial zone. 3. Request to eliminate the 600-foot distance requirement between a cannabis activity and a school, daycare, childcare, or youth center. 4. Request to eliminate the 400-foot distance requirement between a cannabis activity and a residential use, park, library, or land zone for residential use. The owner and applicant has property in the downtown corner of Main and B Street, which is the reason for the first requested code amendment. The applicant wishes to engage in delivery cannabis sales, which is the reason for the second requested code amendment. It is staff's understanding that no retail sales will occur at the location of the owner applicant's business, corner of Main and B Street, but only via deliveries which could take place to any location in the city. The property owner applicant is asking amendment and modification to all the provisions in the existing cannabis ordinance that would prevent him from using his building for a cannabis business. It can be seen with certainty that there is no possibility that these text amendments modifications will have a significant effect on the environment. A cannabis permit will need to be subsequently granted in order to operate a cannabis business, which is subject to CEQA review based on its specific location. A couple things from the analysis. This request was referred to various city departments and outside agencies for comment prior to the Planning Commission hearing on April 9th, 2019. The Planning Commission makes recommendation on this request either for or against to the City Council. The City Council considers the request with a Planning Commission recommendation and either approves or denies the request. Under fiscal impact, a positive impact is expected from the new taxable sales and property taxes and other business taxes that would also occur from this new business. Additionally, there would be new employment opportunities as a result of a new cannabis business locating in the downtown. Under Planning Commission actions, the Planning Commission held a public hearing on an earlier request to make 5 separate amendments modifications to the city's existing cannabis code provision on April 9, 2019. The Planning Commission recommended the City Council deny the request zoning text amendment of the existing cannabis ordinance. Mr. Larks requested that his proposal not be forwarded to the City Council with the Planning Commission recommendation for denial. He needed time to reevaluate his proposal. On February 2, 2021, Mr. Larks gave a presentation to the City Council on his revised proposal. The City Council suggested that Mr. Larks present his revised proposal to the City Council at a notice public hearing for possible council discussion and direction. Recommendation. Staff is of the opinion that these proposed amendments or modifications to the city's cannabis regulations are primarily community value-based and not technical or fact-based. Accordingly, staff has not made a recommendation pro or con. Since a recommendation to amend or modify the zoning ordinance is a legislative act, findings for approval or reasons for denial are not legally required, but is nonetheless a good practice. Does the City Council feel the owner applicant has made a compelling case for a change of the existing ordinance? If so, reasons or findings can be made to justify and help explain the City Council's reasoning. Alternatively, if the City Council feels the proposed changes modifications should not be made, reasons for denial should be enumerated. So as not to unduly influence the City Council, staff has not formally drafted suggested findings for approval or reasons for denial. Staff has, however, prepared a sheet of possible findings to approve this request, and the Council can base reasons for denial on the Planning Commission's resolution recommending denial. Staff will assist the Council to come up with your own findings for approval or reasons for denial as appropriate. Possible findings for approval of Cannabis Zoning Ordinance Text Amendment. The proposed Cannabis Zoning Text Amendment is exempt from CEQA per Business and Professional Code. The proposed zoning text amendment will allow more locations and opportunities for cannabis businesses to operate in the city of Livingston. The proposed text amendment will allow cannabis manufacturing, distribution, microbusiness, and retail delivery cannabis businesses to operate in the downtown zone, providing more business and employment opportunities in the city of Livingston and result in increased tax revenue to the city. Allowing retail delivery cannabis business to operate provides more services and convenience to residents to obtain the health and recreational benefits of cannabis. The proposed text amendment allows cannabis businesses in the downtown to update, remodel, and utilize buildings located in the heart of downtown Livingston. Now a couple of things from the January 5th, 2021 meeting minutes. This was the meeting in which the mayor was sworn in, and Mayor Pro Tem Garcia was chosen to be Mayor Pro Tem again. Mayor Aguilar was appointed to be the full-time member of MCAG. Councilmember Soto was appointed to be the alternate member of MCAG. Mayor Pro Tem Garcia was appointed to be the member to LAFCO. Councilmember Soto was appointed to be the representative of the Central Valley Division League of California Cities. Councilmember Moran was appointed to be the alternate representative of the Central Valley Division League of California Cities. Councilmember Kang was appointed to be a member of the Merced County Mosquito Abatement District Board of Directors. Councilmember Moran was appointed to be the alternate member to the Merced County Mosquito Abatement District Board of Directors. Councilmember Soto was appointed to be the representative to the Special City Selection Committee of the San Joaquin Valley Air Pollution Control Board. Councilmember Soto was also appointed to be the liaison to the Livingston Planning Commission. Councilmember Moran was appointed to be the liaison to the Parks, Recreation, and Arts Commission. Councilmember Moran was also appointed to be the representative to the Utility Rate Stakeholders Committee, as well as Mayor Aguilar was appointed to be representative to the Utility Rate Stakeholders Committee. On February 17, 2020, there was a joint meeting between the City Council, Planning Commission, and Parks, Recreation, and Arts Commission. This is the roll call for City Council and Planning Commission. And here's the roll call for the Recreation Commission. The purpose of the meeting was a vision goal-setting workshop. There was another special City Council meeting on February 23rd. The topic of that meeting was a workshop for ethics training. On February 24th, another special meeting of the Livingston City Council. Part 2 of ethics training and City Council City Manager form of government training. I'm going to go over a few things about that future development of 31 acres of land. Just a few highlights from the discussion. The city was approached by JEG to potentially aid in the development of the property. The proposed project for the property is envisioned to include varying housing types, approximately 400 units with 50% affordable housing, public open space, civil uses, transit-orient uses, trail and bike pedestrian connections, and commercial space. The MOU the city is going to enter into will facilitate the development of a specific plan proposal for the proposed project through the use of state SB2 grant funding. JEG is obligated to work with other public agencies to identify and potentially obtain other public fundings for the proposed project. And some things from the MOU. This is interesting. The San Joaquin Regional Rail Commission and Court Enterprises have entered into a letter of intent for the commission to purchase from Court Enterprises Incorporated an identified site in the city in close proximity to the developer's site, which is the object of this agreement, for the purposes of creating an Altamont Corridor Express ACE train platform center. The parties intend that all of the developer or assigns cost incurred will be reimbursed prior to the city or commission taking title to the land. In connection with the creation of a transit center, the city and developer or assigns foresees a contiguous or adjacent commercial venture, including, but not limited to, a build-to-suit with long-term tenancies wherein the city would provide the land and the developer or assigns would provide development expertise, construction, management, and financing, and both parties would share in revenue generated therefrom in percentages to be negotiated in good faith. Well, that's all I have for the moment. We'll see what happens at the council meeting. Let me know what you think about it all in the comments. Any views or opinions expressed on these videos are my own and do not represent the views or opinions of the City Council or City of Livingston. Unless, of course, I am using direct quotes or video from City Council or other public meetings, then it's pretty obvious whose opinion is whose. Copies of source documentation available upon request.